Hello everyone, welcome to Mindovermania. My name is Christian, and today we are doing another pick a card reading. Today's topic is Let Me Hype You Up! This whole reading is going to be channeled messages from Spirit, and me, of course, hyping you up, giving you some encouragement on your journey, and just reminding you how awesome you are. We have 3 piles to choose from. The first one is our blackened guitar pick after the whiskey. We've got a stormtrooper guitar pick. And then we have the mask guitar pick. Anyways, in order to select your pile, put both feet firmly on the ground, take a couple deep breaths, in and out, and then sit and try to get a sense for which pile seems to draw you in the most. Sometimes it can be an image in your head of a number, or maybe you're just noticing when you're looking at one of them after grounding yourself, you feel drawn to it. Go ahead and pick one. But all these should be generally very positive messages. So I will see you at your pile. Take care. Hello, group number 1. You have chosen the blackened guitar pick, and this is going to be your message on hyping you up. What's cool about you? What's going on downtown? With this pile, number 1, blackened resonates for me a couple different things. So blackened is actually a whiskey that's owned by Metallica, and they have a really interesting lore where they play Metallica music while they are distilling the whiskey. So automatically what comes to mind about you guys, pile number 1, is you're fun, but you're also brave and powerful. I don't know what it is about y'all, group number 1, but there's something about you that, like, I'm feeling you bring the party. Like, I'm seeing, like, with the airwaves, it's like you just have really big energy. And you know how to use it. You don't throw your weight around, but when you do, man, oh man, you cause a scene, you cause a stir. I don't know if you're really popular, or if you're someone that maybe is a singer, or you're a I'm feeling vocals, so maybe you have a very loud voice, maybe you have an interesting voice, or you enjoy singing in general, or speaking out about things. You could also be, not necessarily the most loudest person in the room. You could be a quiet, shy person, but your energy is very, very loud, so people notice you regardless of how popular or influential you think. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some more cards to see what else Spirit has to tell you about hyping you up. I don't know, it's just so funny, like, maybe you guys are funny. There's something about your sense of humor or your sense of style, the way you go about doing things, that brightens people's day. Like, wow, I'm just like smiling around you guys. It's so funny because I keep saying it's so funny, again, probably because you guys are funny or you have a sense of humor, but it's not like, I don't get like the jokester energy from you. It's more so you just know when to make a good joke, and your timing is really good. So, for example, maybe you could be a comedian or do stand-up, but it feels more of like you're funny in the ways of pointing out the irony of things, or it's in a much more casual setting than a formal situation like a comedy show. That, or you just have really funny puns. So again, for some of you that resonate with the being quiet, it's almost as though when people get to know you better, they find out you have some of the best memes, or maybe you've got like a dark sense of humor that no one expected, which makes it 20 times funnier. Like, for some of you, this isn't all of you, take what resonates, but some of you, I feel like there's a very deep contrast between how you present yourself and who you actually are. So it's kind of like giving me the energy of like, okay, that's a really weird analogy. I'm hearing like a sleepover and everyone's sharing their secrets, and you come out there and you're like, I killed a guy. And everyone just kind of looks at you and goes, what? And then you're like, just kidding. I used to do meth in college. And then they're like, what? And then, I don't know. And then the person who's running the the sleepover is like, move on, shut up, just keep it moving. You're like, hold on, I didn't tell you about my time in Peru whenever I was getting chased by the locals because they thought I stole their amulet or whatever that protected their town, and it was a whole big misunderstanding. Like, you know how to just roll with things. Um, Gosh, I can just tell you that you're a hoot at parties, and even if it doesn't feel like it, because some of you guys are very much in denial of your ability, some of you guys really own it and put yourself out there, versus some of you, there's like a quiet group. You guys vastly underestimate your powers, but also overestimate. Like, you guys take yourself a little bit too seriously. And I'm saying that in like an uplifting way, because it's kind of like looking at someone who's so bright and shiny and you're like, why are you being a Debbie Downer? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't you laughing about this? You know? So sometimes people get a little confused by your personality, I think, just because they're like, you've been through some things. Like, I don't know, but like people still love you anyway, you know? Because like sometimes there's like the people that see a lot of drama in their lives, have very negative outlooks on life as a result of things, and then you come in and you kind of like stop the show and everyone's like, oh yeah, that's right, that is messed up. But when you talk about it, I feel inspired by your situation, versus other people, it's like depressing. And it's like you're kind of like the proof that people can overcome their challenges. And you think it's sometimes crazy, or you're feeling like, man, I'm just a mess, I'm screwed up. Meanwhile, everyone else around you is just so inspired and kind of in love with you a little bit secretly. But it's like a weird like in love that's like, not that you can't do wrong. I think it's because there's no amount of right you could do to make them love you any more than they already do. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel you just evoke trust in people so quickly, and it shows by the quality of your relationships too. So, like, you guys know how to pick the right person to be around in a crowd. Versus sometimes other people, you know, it takes them time to warm it up. Meanwhile, you're like, nope, yes, nope, yes, nope, nope. Oh my god, that person has amazing taste, but nope. And it's kind of like, you just have really great discernment. And people appreciate your friends too. So even when, so like after becoming friends with you, then they meet your friends and they're like, oh my gosh, wow, like this person is legitimate and I love this person, oh my gosh. So it feels like it's always like a win whenever you come into a room and you start to like captivate the audience, because people always know that they're going to be receiving something valuable, you know, like a valuable experience. Or sometimes like some people really treasure their experiences with you because you're so memorable. And I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know, maybe like people have like secret crushes or something like that, and they get these crushes because of just who you are. And I think you're just so in denial of that. That it's also kind of funny. It makes you even more adorable. So sorry, I'm like kind of maybe I'm crushing on you a little bit. But oh god. Maybe that's another thing about you is you don't know how to take compliments in the best way. So people like seeing you get flustered. I don't know. I feel like you guys are kind of adorable. A little bit adorkable, but like, as I said, you've got this powerhouse energy to you that's so like, people know not to mess with you. So it's kind of like they love seeing the kitten version of you, but they know that you're a lion, you know, or a lioness on the inside. So it's like, you know how like when you watch videos of like big tigers or big cats and they're like hella dangerous, but you're like, oh, they act like little house cats. That's how people are around you. That's the vibe. But it's the kind of lion or tiger that feels safe. Like, you know that that tiger or lion is on your side, so you're not afraid of it as much. If anything, you feel more comforted because that powerful person is advocating for you and standing up and saying things. Yeah, I also feel like you're really smart. Or maybe you're small, or small but mighty, or there's, like I said, there's just something about your appearance that like it draws people in and people don't understand it. And I think what they're not understanding is it's your energy that draws them in first, and then they check out your appearance, and then it's all this other stuff. But I don't know, I feel like spirit works through you in a lot of ways and works with you as you're working a room or unintentionally working a room. I feel like some of you guys, you just like go about your day and you're like, I am not doing anything, and they're like, yes you are. And you would maybe surprise some people on how little awareness you have, or how much awareness. It just doesn't always quite add up. I don't know, you feel a little quirky sometimes too. Take what resonates, because some of you guys are a little bit more normal. but, but as I said though, you guys are a lot of fun. Okay, so moving on to the cards, we've got It's the Way You See Life That Keeps Me Wondering. Yeah, a lot of people love the way you talk about things. So specifically, what's coming to mind is something that I love about the South is when people are doing their storytelling and they have like, well, that's like slapping a bag of cats on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like that phrase makes no sense, and that's not an actual phrase they use in the South. But it's like people enjoy listening to the metaphors. They enjoy the story. They enjoy how you draw people in. And to you, it just seems like it's everyday nonsense, or you're just kind of like, it's just whatever. But to those that when they first meet you or that are around you, they appreciate that about you. Oh, I just feel like too, there's like a lot of love from other people, um, that you don't acknowledge. I don't know. It's kind of like you guys are a little bit in denial of how much people truly appreciate you just for existing. I feel like maybe sometimes you gaslight yourself in spirits like, honey, stop. Like, if anything, you're blocking out the abundance and the love that people want to show you. You're just kind of misinterpreting some signals here. So I think whenever you maybe like let some of your guard down a little bit, or like adjust your walls to block out some of this other stuff, I think you're going to be receiving way more than you bargained for, and it's going to be really beautiful. Especially again, new perspectives on life too. Like, I feel like this is the group that feels like life is a journey or an adventure, and that's also why people like checking in on you, because they're like, all right, what is this person doing today? You know, like one minute I'm seeing them going on this traveling adventure, the next minute they're starting a business, the next minute they're writing a book. Like, what's the tea? What's the scoop? You always have something going on, and it's exciting. Like, you always have excitement and energy around you. But it's like I feel full in my heart space too. So if you're feeling kind of lacking in that area right now, don't be discouraged. Understand that it's temporary, and it's also a matter of perspective too. You know, so remind yourself that, you know, it's all about your belief system, and you get to change and challenge that whenever you'd like to, whenever you're ready to have this receive this love, or if you need to put a pause on it, because some of you guys, especially if you got like a big family or you get like a little anxious and overwhelmed, it's okay to pause that too. You know, it's about a give and take with other people, and since it's genuine love, no one's gonna get that offended if you're like, hey, I'm dealing with some depression today, can we take a time out? People will be like, hey, no problem, and they respect that. If anything, they're kind of asking why you don't say that more. Because I feel like sometimes you guys put on a front when everyone knows you're depressed. um yeah, all right. You make me strong enough to feel weak, I'll cry for you. Oh, yeah, I think like, because with that lion analogy, because you're kind of a lion or a tiger. Sorry, I should be saying lioness for a bunch of you. But like, because you have that lioness energy, other people feel safer because they know that you're able to feel them and understand them. It's kind of like they feel seen by you, and the fact that a strong person can recognize them and encourage them makes them feel so much more hopeful about the future and about themselves. And so, yeah, you have this way of like beautifully opening people back up again after they've been wounded and hurt. And it kind of reminds them that like not all strong people are bad, you know, and bad for them, you know, because I think some of these people, they're kind of like, I don't know if I could be friends with that person. That person's way too attractive. They've got way too much money. They're way too powerful. They're really loud, and it's kind of overwhelming and stressful. And then they kind of like sit for a week or two about it, and then they go, you know, actually, I kind of needed that. Yeah, okay. You know what? Maybe when that person said that thing, that didn't actually offend me that much or hurt me that bad. Oh, actually, what I was hurt about wasn't what they said. It was about this past person. Oh, gotcha. Now I understand what the reading meant. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's like this energy of like, when people sort through their issues with you, then they feel better about the way things happen, and then they go, oh, you know, and then they, if anything, appreciate you even more, which is kind of cute. And that's why people got crushes on you. Don't cry over me. I love you still, damn it. Yeah. Like, some of you guys, you're like waiting for people to come back into your life. I just see a lot of this waiting energy, and Spirit's trying to be like, oh my god. You're crying over nothing. You're crying over spilled milk. You're crying over people that didn't care about you. You know? This is just like a reminder that the universe still loves you. People still love you. Like, you're not gonna stop getting loved on just because you're not in a relationship right now, or because you're not with that one person right now. And the whole, like, don't cry over me, it's kind of like saying, hey, you know, you're allowed to be sad, but, like, don't allow your emotions to overwhelm all of the other good things that you've got going for you, and all the other positive experiences. And this person may or may not be coming back, but it's not what it's supposed to be like. You know? Like, you don't have to be weeping and crying when Spirit's got a hold of you. You know, some of you guys are grieving stuff that doesn't need to be grieved over. It needs to be released. And it'll be okay. You'll work through it. Oh, I just feel like all this sadness, and it's like, there's like so many people that just, I don't know if they can feel your sadness, but like they don't know what to do or how to comfort you. And I don't know, I'm just sending like a big group hug for you guys, pal number one, because it really feels like so many people love and appreciate what you do. They don't want you crying over that guy. They don't want you crying over this situation or this job or this, yeah, I'm feeling situation. I don't know if it's like the big picture that you're scared of, politics, or maybe some of you guys are struggling with being oppressed or racism or something. I don't know why racism came out, but it's like there's like just this energy of stuff that you don't have control over, and you don't have control over other people hating on you. You know what I mean? But like, at the end of the day, you've got so much available to you to combat those things, and people will protect you. There's people willing to die for you, actually. Like, there's just like all this unforeseen love that you can't appreciate right now because it's really painful. And I know each situation doesn't apply to everybody, but the universe just really wants you to appreciate how far you've come, and understanding that you are loved by so many people that you don't even know yet. You know, you've got people in your future, you've got people right now that can't contact you, you've got ancestors. Like, I'm sorry, I'll say whatever is going on in your brain right now, it's not true. Because there's so much love here. You just gotta remind yourself of it when things are feeling really down, okay? You know, don't let hateful people and the hurt that's going on in the world remind you of things that don't belong to you. You know, because you belong amongst friends and family and loved ones that are willing to fight and support you. Okay? There's just a lot of that, and I'm sorry, it's like, it's not like I'm not getting choked up, but it just like, it feels so strong in my heart space that like, there's so many people that are like literally saying, dude, I would die for you, you know, to protect you from these asshole people. And just understand that that's a really powerful message for some of you, to understand that maybe the world does, well, it's like the world doesn't work like that in a lot of ways. Just because there's a bunch of messed up people doesn't mean that the rest of the world is like that too. And that there's people fighting for you that you don't even know about. Oh, sending you guys so much, like, literally, I just want to, like, kiss you guys, hug you, like, something about playing pretend, I don't know, there's just some kind of just loving message that I feel like just kind of gets stuck for you guys. And you'll get there eventually, I promise. I'll give you my heart and soul if you'd let me. Yeah, that's how people be feeling about you guys. That's how the universe feels about you too. They're like, let me in. Let me see your love. I fucked up. I can't own it. I'm so sorry. I'm not enough. Yeah, dude, like, you guys are so hard on yourself, and the universe is like, we got you. We got you. It's a blank slate, okay, with the universe. You know, the universe is sitting there being like, hey, you can start again tomorrow. We can love you unconditionally. That's God's job. That's the universe's job. Your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, they love you unconditionally. So no matter where you're at your spiritual journey, no matter how many times you've freaked out or made a mistake, and some of these are not even real mistakes, you're just used to being punished way too hard for and harshly for things that weren't your fault. And just remind yourself of that, if you can't own something right now, if you like, it's okay. Focus on what you can work on and then build and grow. You don't have to be perfect for everybody to love you, because clearly you kind of have a little bit of a fan base going on. So I'm just saying, like, in the whole I'm so sorry, I'm not enough, it's like, I feel like some of you guys, like, you're really overplaying the downsides of messages you've received from people. I don't know if, like, you're the kind of person that reads feedback from someone and just criticizes the crap out of yourself, and this is like, I'm like, honey, you gotta stop that right now. Don't you treat my bestie that way. Don't you treat my audience that way, pile number one. No, like, it's okay, seriously. Like, the more energy you put into this, like, I need to be sorry, like, what do you gain from that? Even if you messed up, it's like, it's out of your hands now, and you can hold yourself accountable by healing and growing, and all this resentment and shame you hold against yourself, that energy needs to be put towards resolving the situation and pouring love back into you. And maybe some of you guys weren't taught that cycle, but that's what I'm here to remind you of. Someone else is going to take the fall. Yeah. I think maybe sometimes you're worried about with this mistake thing. You're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna mess up all these people. No. You know what I mean? And, just letting you know, the universe and karma does have a way of making the folks that, when their time is there, their time is coming, you're gonna be there to watch it. I'm just saying, you're gonna be the one to watch it, and you'll be okay. Your demons deserve love too. Oh, yep, all of you, all of you. Oh my gosh, I want to, like, sit and, like, snuggle up on you and, like, and then look at you get all flustered and shit. The lesson is worth the price. Yeah, so some of you guys, maybe you had some really tough lessons going for you in the past, and it's okay because you're healing, and maybe you're still hurting, but that's also the journey of life, is you really can't go through life without making mistakes. And sometimes you make some pretty big ones. But I think what's more important is, did you learn the lesson from it? Did you change? Did you grow? What did you gain from it? And that's all you can kind of do, is move forward, good or bad. After a certain point, it just all kind of becomes the same. All right, we've got the message isn't coming out right. Clear your mind and try again. So this is a specific message for some of you guys that are maybe used to channeling or being in your head a lot, or in your brain space too much. I think some of you guys need to recognize that maybe sometimes the wires are crossed in your head. Maybe you're not communicating with yourself in the most productive way. And it's okay to, like, sit and reset your brain for a little bit. Some of you guys really need to take a step back from work and focus on what's more important to your mind and your body and your spirit. Because otherwise, if you continue to try to force out answers, responses, messages, like, some of you guys are, like, rereading your messages like 20 times. Jeez. Some of you guys are really anxious, okay? And, like, don't let your anxiety overwhelm or overcomplicate things, especially as a leader. I know, like, in leadership positions, you have high visibility. And I think because you have so many people that are in love with you and trying to please you, you're always trying to be right. And this is working against you right now. And Spirit's just saying, like, relax. Like, you're not always going to get it right, and you can't control how people react to you. It's that judgment of yourself that's holding you back more so than what you're actually saying and doing. Because people have a little bit more of a bandwidth than you think with you. Not all that glitters is gold. Oh man, I learned that lesson recently. And this is just kind of like a reminder to you guys that, like, listen, don't beat yourself up because you don't have the looks, the charm, the money, the blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of just saying, like, listen, you're golden, okay? And just because other people got that glitz and glamour that everyone sees on Instagram, that does not mean anything about quality of life. It doesn't mean anything about health. It doesn't mean anything about wisdom or being cherished and feeling good. Yeah, don't don't be Delulu, guys. I know it's hard out there and it's easy to get wrapped up in what other people think and feel, but holy cow, there is a lot of BS being sold out there that looks really nice in a photo, but like if you went behind the scenes, you'd be throwing up in a bucket. Okay, we still got a bunch of cards, so I'm gonna try to speed run these and not explain anymore. We've got your soul is strong. Damn straight. It's never my fault. It can't be me. Alright, so like, you know, this is spirit saying like, hey, if you take accountability, it's okay. Like, it can be your fault and it's not the end of the world. I feel like sometimes because you guys are always trying to be right, it's the end of the world if you're wrong, and you have to like prove yourself again that what you say matters, and it's like, you've already done the work. People already respect you and love you. By you trying to continuously not be at fault and deflect it, people view that as manipulation and control, and then that's when people start feeling a certain kind of way about you. They're like, something's off here, and it's like, more than likely you probably got hurt by somebody. So anyways, trying to keep moving. Ladies night, so yeah, go have a ladies night. And like, again, this is also for the dudes too that are watching. Like, you deserve to have a ladies night just like everybody else, okay? Go have a ladies night with your bros, if they're man enough. Have a heart. It's too cold outside. Yeah, it's okay to be a little nicer, guys. Oh my gosh. Man, I don't know who some of these people are in pile number one, because on the one hand I'm like, you guys are so bright and nice and oh my gosh, and then like sometimes you're a savage. And again, it's like, I can't tell if it's like sometimes you're just really critical of others or you're critical of yourself, but it's like, it's kind of like you have your own little, like, it's like you're keeping all of your negativity inside of you because so you can try to hide it and manage it and not let other people in. But then Spirit's like, oh my god, it's so obvious to everyone else what you're doing and you're not fixing things by keeping people outside. So it's like, literally, they're like, please warm up to yourself. Please warm up to the idea that you're amazing. Please. You've got a job to do. You've got a voice. Go use it. For the good things. Not this other crap. I don't know. I'm like, I want to like cleanse your life, group number one. Sorry. What's more important, money or experience? Yeah. This is kind of like a reminder that, hey, whatever you're kind of thinking about doing right now, I know you're like concerned about money, but like, is the experience worth the price you're gonna pay? Because I think it is. And vice versa. If you're sitting there going like, I'm gonna drop like about $1,000 to go fly to this private island, and I mean, like, yeah, that'd be a very nice vacation, but like, what if you waited to save that money to invest in a better car that is, you know, not gonna break down on you all the time? You know what I mean? That was a specific message. Some of y'all that are buying trucks, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you spending all that money on a car that's gonna break down? Okay, whatever. Whoever you are, I'm gonna talk to you later. You're lying to yourself because the truth hurts too much. Ouch. Okay. Matt Sutter vibes. Ooh, so we got some rock star energy here. Ooh. Own it, man. Own it. If you want to know who Matt Sutter is, he is the protagonist for my book that I am on pause while working on, but we're gonna keep my progress a secret. But basically, Matt Sutter is the protagonist of the novel where he is a drummer who basically he gets put into the position of being a frontman, and because he doesn't want to be like other rock stars, he says, well, I'll take this job as being the frontman so I can save the world from suicide and advocate for mental health because of his best friend killing himself. And so it's about his journey. And so, like, essentially, like, you know, for some of you guys, pile number one, some of you are, again, you're very passionate and you're bringing things to light, but sometimes you're a tragic hero and you make mistakes. And I mean, like, I'm not going to spoil my novel, but, you know, Matt, you know, starts off as a person with really high aspirations, and he doesn't deal well with his traumas. He holds himself back and holds things in, and they become a problem later on in the story. So with his loved ones and his band and all this other stuff, it's a good time. We've got famous people vibes. More of this famous people, so maybe you got rock star energy, gotta go own it. Don't be small, group one. Do some family constellation work. Yeah, so definitely check out some inherited family stuff. You may be influenced by your family in negative ways that you didn't know about. You're giving up too easily. Ask yourself, why is this so important to you? Yeah, some of you guys are like, oh, I give up on my dreams because things are hopeless, and Trump and my ex-boyfriend and my parents don't love me, and like literally it's kind of like, I get it as a writer. It's like me writing about my main character Matt, where it's like, yeah, he goes through some pretty messed up shit and he's really hurt, but I also know that he's gonna win in the end because I'm writing the book. And some of you guys got protagonist energy where I'm literally sitting here going like, you're going to win. You know this. This is written in your soul contract. I mean, like, you really don't have to win if you don't want to. It's not guaranteed, but like, come on. We all know the protagonist is going to win. So really, why is this so important to you? And what is the mistake in the pattern that you're holding yourself back from? And what are you afraid of experiencing? Like, seriously, if there's a project that you need to be working on right now, what's honestly holding you back? Because I know it's not about you becoming famous, and it's not about your heart not being strong enough or not enough willpower. Come on, what's really going on here, guys? Screaming is an option, you know? Wow, I can't make up that timing. Screaming is an option, you know? Because maybe you just need to kind of sing some screamy music, scream it out, scream into a pillow. I don't know. Scream it out as maybe a song, I don't know. Maybe you should write it. Hurting them won't heal you. What won't you heal and face? Yeah. Let go of the revenge fantasy. Let go of your ex. My god. Okay, quit your complaining. Leave. A better option is available. Ooh, yeah, so that's another thing to hype you up, guys, is that, like, you've got options. Okay? And whatever you're doing right now, it's not going to last long. It's not going to last much. It's not going to last much longer. But there is a better option available to you right now. You still have to make the choices on your journey to get you to where you want to go. And the more you slow yourself down and hold yourself back, and like, don't be harsh on yourself, but a better option is available. And I think you just need to own that and start using that mindset of saying, okay, like, what actually are my options? If I don't have options, how do I achieve that? How do I do what it is that other people are doing? And then how do I take that and then do it in my own way? Because some of you guys are not owning the fact that you are not a cookie cutter, okay? Some people, like, success looks different for every individual person. Yeah, there's qualities and quirks that are pretty consistent over and over again, but other than that, they're still a unique individual. And I think your individuality is specifically what Spirit is trying to bring to light through this reading, is that a better option is available for how you handle yourself. And finally, Bros Night. Oh, we got some non-binary shit. Ladies Night and Bros Night. Lady bros. Bro friends, ladies. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for your time and energy, for checking out my page and listening to this message. If you are interested in messaging me, booking me, any of that good stuff, check me out on mindovermania on Instagram. My website links down below. You know, check out my Square website and all that other good stuff. It's in my link tree. Links in the bio, all that other good stuff. I don't know. You guys know the drill. Thank you so much, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 2, which is the Stormtrooper guitar pick. Okay, and this is going to be your reading. I'm not gonna lie, I forget whose guitar pick this is from. Because I definitely found it at a concert one time. Yeah, I forget. I'm sorry, I really hope I really hope my friends who are watching this don't judge me for not remembering. Blame the PTSD. I don't have very good memory. But anyways, though, this is going to be your message on what you need hyped up about from the universe. You know, just channeling some messages from the universe and from me, because you guys deserve special love from me specifically. Okay, maybe you want just love from me. I don't know. Some of you guys, I feel like pile number 2, you guys are like, I just want to hear what Christian has to say about me. Me specifically. I don't know, maybe you're kind of like, I don't care what Spirit has to say. I want to see what Chris thinks about me. What is Chris gonna say? Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, maybe some of you guys are the tarot reading skeptics, or maybe you're kind of just like, I just want to see what happens. Let's just light this candle. Reference to The Boys, if any of you guys recognize it. Even though that's not a good quote for this scenario, but take what resonates. I don't know. Some of you guys, this pile too, like, I don't want to say you guys have a dark sense of humor, but I definitely feel like you guys have, like, maybe a darker side to you. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I don't know if I trust y'all. I say it in the most loving way possible, though. You know what I mean? It's kind of like watching a villain in a movie and be like, oh, I like him, but I'm not supposed to. Like, it's kind of like you guys are like, maybe you're like the recovered villain, where you're like, alright, you know, I was that asshole, and then I went on a spiritual awakening, and now I'm good again, but my god, some of y'all test me, and I just... You guys, I think you guys would make me laugh too. Just hyping you guys up, where you're not like group 1, which is very outward facing to people. This group is more of like, you're subtle, but you're kind of sneaky. But it's kind of weird too, because it's like, even though you're sneaky and you got like this villain energy, I feel like you guys are also like secretly the good guy. Like, you're secretly the bad guy, but you're also the good guy at the same time. Oh, I don't know. I feel like you guys keep secrets and you're super interesting. Man, I never know who the heck I'm channeling in these piles. So I hope you guys aren't taking offense. I trust my judgment on this, but dang. We got some Scorpio vibes, I guess, or maybe like I could see this group being into like Nightmare Before Christmas or kind of like edgy stuff. I do feel like you guys like to live life on the edge. Like, it's almost like, I don't want to say adrenaline addiction, but there's definitely like kind of a pattern of like, just, you know, the underworld, you know, your shadow selves. Like, I'm looking at my Santa Muerte statue over here, and I'm just seeing like the skull and whatnot, and it's like, I don't know, you guys are just very mysterious. And I feel like it's kind of interesting because it's like you scare some people, but then other people absolutely adore you. And I don't know, I'm sorry, this energy is just super fascinating to me. I'm glad we mutually like each other. That's all I can say. Like, I would not want to be your enemy. Okay, so hyping you up, here's messages from the universe. We got, I'm trying to be more than I am. Yeah, so they're kind of saying, like, slow down a little bit on your expectations. I feel like you guys can be kind of irritable about the way things are going right now, and like, I see some of you guys like literally like with your scythe being like, okay, I am one day away from all the healing I've done for the last 10 years is about to go away. I'm about to like lose my mind. And I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm laughing because I don't know how else to respond. Basically, this is kind of just reassurance that Spirit is saying, hey, like, you don't have to be bigger than necessary right now. Like, focus on you. The universe has it. You know, if you need to pull out the stabby, we'll let you know when you need to pull out the stabby. But right now, 9 times out of 10, you don't need to bring out your stabby, okay? Like, keep your weapons to yourself, you Vikings. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I really hope you guys are laughing along with this, because I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Or like, maybe it's like you're not like physically like a fighter, but it's like maybe verbally, like you really know how to put a mofo in their place. And like sometimes you do it unintentionally, but it's kind of like you're like, listen, I will not allow any more of this bullshit to come to pass. And I think that's a compliment for you guys because like you rely on your own strengths and your power and you're not afraid to contact your weaknesses and your inner darkness to say, "Hey, I am who I am." You know? And I think the fact that you've mastered your darkness and maybe if you haven't like fully gotten there yet, you're still way ahead of other people. In the sense that you can sit there and be like, oh yeah, I can do this love and light, but I can also sit in hell too. I have played this on so many levels. Just open me up, let me go. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I love your confidence. You guys are so confident. People got some strong opinions about this. I think pile number 2, people got really strong opinions about you. So there's something about this stormtrooper image that I'm seeing that it kind of reminds me of in Star Wars, you know, you've got the Clone Wars, and it kind of feels like there's like the evil empire and then the rebel forces and whatnot, and it's like you're part of the rebel forces, and some people got some very powerful words to speak out against you. I don't know if you guys are a social justice advocate or you like to talk, or maybe like as I said, like maybe you're not like a talker, but you definitely are like, I want everything in my vibe to tell you that I am not like you. And yeah, I'm feeling like a little out of breath. So maybe you guys have some anxiety and stuff about like maybe that's why you're a little bit extra aggressive, is because you're like, oh shit, you know, like I don't want to antagonize these people. I just sit here and exist, and then y'all come up and try to test me. Maybe you guys have some conflicts with family members. But the universe is just kind of saying, hey, if they're allowed to have strong opinions in beef, you're allowed to have strong opinions in beef. There's not a distinguishment here. And at the end of the day, you get to choose how you respond and react. The universe will just react accordingly. And that's where, like, for example, like I'm looking at Santa Muerte again with like death. Death energy is very, very neutral, right? Death is just an end. That's it. You know, and humans really struggle with that concept, but I feel like you guys accept it pretty, pretty well. And this is kind of like a reminder from the universe to say, hey, you have insights that other people do not, and it's okay to allow your discernment to not like be by the wayside. For some reason, it's kind of just like saying like, hey, at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. You're gonna die, I'm gonna die, everybody does. So what are you gonna do in the meantime? And they're kind of just trying to say like, hey, leave death to be the determining factor on a lot of things. It's almost like you're trying to like control fate in some ways, subconsciously, and they're trying to be like, hey, just slow down a little bit. You don't have to go out there and start causing mayhem and stuff when we've already got angels and spirit guides and protection and all this other stuff. You can have your experiences, but allowing you to experience life just as much as death, that's part of doing the balance. And right now you've been sitting in the death energy a little too long, and you're just kind of like waiting to get yourself out, and they're like, well, death is coming regardless. So you got to pull yourself out of your own grave that you made for yourself and be like, hey, no offense, I know you feel like you're dead on the inside, but like you still got to keep moving. If you're listening to this message, you're alive. And so keeping moving is not going to look like, oh, I'm going to like get up and I'm going to like brush my teeth, I'm going to look cute and blah, 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 blah. Like it doesn't have to be sunny, but it's still moving. You know what I mean? And so like just allowing that life flow energy to come back to you, I think will help you realize that, hey, like I don't have to like leave the sides for the harvest and not the like the aesthetic. Plus also too, if you want to get technical, a scythe is not a really good use of a weapon. It's really not a weapon. It's a tool. Okay, so like, you know what I mean? Kind of use that metaphor. We have something unique to just us. Yeah, you guys are so unique. So some of you guys, I feel like maybe you got like a witchy vibe, maybe you're an artist and you like things that are unique, or maybe sometimes you're into shock factor. Yeah, there's something just about unique where it's kind of like the universe is just saying like, yeah, if you've been concerned about the fact that you don't fit in even amongst the weirdos, You're correct. And that's not a bad thing. It's because that's the universe making you exactly who you are, and that's supposed to be celebrated regardless of if other people think it's pretty or not. You know, for some reason in my brain I'm thinking of Hecate, or I'm thinking of Hela or Hel. In Nordic, she's a Nordic goddess, but like specifically, honoring death frequencies and things that, other people are like, oh my gosh, like you have an altar to a death entity and it's got like bones on it or like decayed things. It's like, yeah, because that is death represented. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you guys aren't afraid to hold yourself back from the gruesome realities of being alive, and you're not doing it in a way that's like macabre. It's kind of just like you just accept it. You know what I mean? You're not doing a performance. You're not like, I don't know, it's like you're not like a poser. Like, I don't know why I have that kind of energy. It feels like you're very authentic with who you are, and that is such a powerful gift that you have and what you bring to the world. I feel like you guys, as I said, with that villain vibe, maybe you're so used to people calling you a villain that you've kind of claimed it, but you want to be careful with that energy because that's really not your authentic vibe. Just because you got shadows doesn't mean you don't have people, and you really want to be careful that you're not inviting in frequencies that want to, pull on your shadows, and bring them out in ways that, if you already went on that healing journey, don't go back. You don't need to, right? Remember that balance is there. And about control, if you want this promotion, you got to put in the work. Yeah, you guys are willing to do the work to achieve what you want. So, for example, if you're a small business owner and you're like, I want to make it to that $1 million, it's like, you'll get there. You know what I mean? Like, you're able to do the hard stuff that other people are not willing to do. You're willing to say and do the things that feel impossible to other people. And they say, oh, it can't be done. And you're like, boom, watch me do it in 2 weeks. Maybe some of you guys are ADHD too, and you're like, I'm gonna like get this all done like right the heck now. Maybe in 2 hours. The customer isn't always right. Yeah, you're able to say no to your customers too. It's kind of like, I see you guys showing up to work whenever you feel like, after you just rolled out of bed and your boss comes up to you and is like, why were you late? And you're like, Trump got elected and I just watched like all of my friends like, crying, and my friend lost their home and blah 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 blah. And you're just kind of like, and your boss is like, well, that's not an excuse, it's just politics. And you're like, shut the fuck up, I'm gonna walk away now, and nobody's gonna question you. You know what I mean? Like, you have that energy of literally like, it doesn't matter what the social situation is. When you call it quits, or when you say that this is my line, everybody shuts up and respects you. It's kind of like they kind of know the undertones that you have. If you catch my drift, and even if they don't respect you, they still kind of do. And a lot of people appreciate it quietly, because it's like, again, it's like that emo kid. you gotta watch the emo kid, alright? I'm being used for money. Yeah, you were able to see that shit a mile away. We got white people bullshit. Oh no. Damn, you're like, you pull no punches with people. Like, damn. You're able to spot that stuff a mile away and you can't stand it. And Spirit's just saying, like, go you. Go you. Express yourself artistically. Yeah, you guys are very expressive. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like, even like your sadness is beautiful in its own way. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys are just like, you're so like pretty on a soul level, and it's like, maybe you're like not used to hearing that, but I'm like, yeah, damn straight. Mm-hmm. Just because it's not everyone's cup of tea and it's not conventional doesn't mean it's not what it is, okay? I'm like sitting here like, I know those vibes. I know those pretty girl vibes. Pretty boy vibes. Life is so beautiful and amazing, embrace it. Yeah, you guys like really know how to appreciate life. Like, some of you guys, like, if you had like a traumatic past, or like, again with this death energy, maybe you experienced what it's like to die on the inside. Maybe you've had family members pass away. So you guys really appreciate what you have. Like, there's some people that are living, and they have no idea how blessed they are. Meanwhile, you're sitting there, you're kind of a reminder. Some of you guys, maybe you almost died. Like, there's just this feeling of, like, you really respect the life that you've been given, and it's been hard and difficult, and you've overcome your own challenges. You've overcome your own death, and now you're able to celebrate and be like, hey, man, all right, if I keel over tomorrow, you know what? I still did that thing I wanted to do, and I'm okay. And oh, damn, like, you guys are so wise, and you've got so much peace inside you. You're great. I talk about you to other people. Oh yeah, people be talking about you, people be talking shit, and you don't care. It's so great. I feel like you just laugh in their faces. But don't take too much enjoyment out of it, because it's like, it can easily slip into, like, you hurting yourself with that energy, and just be like, hey, don't keep looking over your shoulder anymore about how people see you, because it's like, who cares? Really, who cares? You're you, and that's what matters. You make me want to be a better person. Oh, it's true. That's what people be saying. People don't want to admit it. It's like, you polarize people, and some people just see you as so brave and intimidating, and you still made them a better person just by being there. And I think it's just so funny, because I feel like society loves to crap on whatever you're like. Meanwhile, there's like a certain specific audience or group of people that just look like they worship the ground you walk on. And it's so cool. Oh, it's so warm and fuzzy. I love this love that people have for you guys. Like, it's literally, I don't know if y'all could have a cult. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised, and you'd be like, I don't know that that's something that I'd want to engage with. I mean, maybe some of you guys recovered from one or whatever. I don't want to be a part of any cults, but, like, basically, though, you guys got people that probably could. You could start one with. Don't do it, though. You're responsible for your circumstances. Yeah, you take care of yourself. Like, dude, if the world's going to hell, you're like, all right, I guess my scythe is no longer my killing stabby scythe. It's my farming scythe that I'm gonna now plow the fields and do that. It's almost like same shit, new day, and everything's on fire, and everyone else is like, oh my god, I can't believe what happened, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I already knew it was gonna happen. So anyway. I love your sarcasm. Oh my gosh. You need to start listening to my advice. Yep, I feel like you're like that friend that's always like, hey, so I told you 3 years ago that this was gonna backfire on you. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, you can just totally, slide Venmo me for my advice, since I'm your therapist all the time. Oh my god, you guys are so sarcastic. I love it. You're only seeing answers you want to see. Open your eyes. Yeah, this sounds like you talking to other people. I feel like you guys see very, very distinctly. I don't want to say clearly, because some of you guys may have vision problems, and, like, you guys aren't always right, okay? And I think, like, you have a hard time admitting that sometimes because of white people bullshit. Take what resonates, of course, but, like, I think what's happening, though, is you're still only seeing the answers you want to see, and so even though, yeah, you see a lot of this death and destruction and stuff, I feel like sometimes you guys do have a hard time accepting that there is light. And as I was talking about, like, receiving more life back into your life, I think it's important that you open your eyes to acknowledge that you need a little bit more life energy after recovering from a death experience like this. Especially if you've been going through a lot of mental transformations. Like, live it up a little bit. Jeez. Stay focused on the goal. Yep. You know exactly what you need to do, when to say it. Yeah, just stay focused. I think maybe that's probably your hardest issue right now, is it's kind of hard when you're seeing all this other crazy stuff. But stay focused, okay? That's like a very specific message. You make me warm and glow inside. Aww. Yeah, you guys kind of do. That's from me to you, not spirit, but yeah. You can do so much better than that. Yeah, yeah. This feels like you telling that to other people, and I think it's kind of like spirits just reminding you to be like, hey, you don't need to tell people that. I think maybe you're trying to tell yourself that. I think, like, just kind of let the people that are not going to figure it out for themselves, and you should just kind of sit back and enjoy what peace of mind you've created for yourself. Because I think if you put more time and energy into yourself instead of trying to, like, save the world so much, I think you'll do a better job of saving the world. Gender issues, gotta love society. Oh man, is this my trans community? Is this my queers, all the other stuff? Oh man, like yeah, you guys really you're no bullshit. Oh. Sorry, I really like you guys. Yeah, gotta love society. Codependency is present. Yeah, you know what I mean? You're doing the work to come out of your old situations and situationships. Take what resonates. I feel like some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, my situationship, is he coming back? No. No. Nope, nope, nope. Goodbye. Good riddance. We've got date. Meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, set a plan. Ooh. Some of you may not like to hear that. Some of you guys, I think you're so turned off from dating right now. This is the group that I don't know if y'all are participating in the 4B movement or if you're due to your gender struggles or ideologies or different things, you're literally I will never touch a man again. I will never touch a woman. You're the idea of getting a romantic partnership is really, really hard on you right now, and Spirits is kind of you know what I mean? I have this specific image, guys, where it's Cupid coming in with an arrow, and he's all oh, everybody's so happy to see me, and blah, 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 and it's then you go over, and Cupid shows up in the Hot Topic, and then the goth kid with the hair covering his eyes looking super, super just angry and just neutral. And Cupid's just oh, I just want to let you know that the love of your life is kind of, you're just if you don't leave my store right now, I will call the police. Put some clothes on. Why are you wearing a diaper? Get out. And I'm sorry, I'm just laughing, but it's a nervous laughter. Because it's kind of you're gonna be a lot happier in a partnership with this person. It's kind of I see Jack Skellington and Sally, you know what I mean? It's but that's your person. You know what I mean? You don't even know their full story. You don't even know if they're queer or not, or maybe they're there's something about the universe is trying to say, hey, we understand your wounds, but you gotta be a little more specific about how you use your words and how you're choosing to manifest things, because love can come in all shape and forms, and low-key, we want you with this person for a reason, because it's gonna open you back up to life and living, and you don't want to judge, you don't want to misjudge somebody and then also push them further away. It's okay, maybe this is a very specific message for somebody, so I apologize if I'm rambling a little bit, but you guys, some of you, you're looking for perfection that doesn't exist or doesn't happen, and when you're blocking yourself off from a wounded space, that's very different than being empowered and saying okay, hey, I genuinely am not emotionally available for relationships, instead of, oh, I can't resolve the societal problem, so I'm not going to engage with someone that I truly care about and deeply have feelings for. So the message here is being are you really showing love to yourself by disconnecting you from authentic communication from people that you trust? You know what I mean? Because it's very different if this is coming from people outside of something you trust, but if Spirit sends you something specifically that's supposed to light you up, and you abandon yourself, that is more so self-harm and is doing you more harm than good. And I get it, you've got trust issues and stuff, but it's kind of that's where you trust the universe in saying, hey, send me all the signs and signals that you need to prove that it's true, that it's the truth, that it's real, and that it'll help you. And obviously you're not immune from getting hurt ever again, but this person's supposed to be a good experience for you, and it's kind of let things happen the way they need to, and so that's why that death energy is gonna be a little less of a focal point, because I feel you guys staying in a lower vibration because it feels safer than coming up for air again. And they're just saying like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, think of like, again, I'm just seeing Jack and Sally. You know what I mean? Just being like, hey, like, you guys can be goth and emo together. You know what I mean? Like, you guys can be cute. You can still have your Disney love story. It's just a different kind of Disney story. All right, I'll get back into the cards, but we've got date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there. Um, yeah, maybe someone's gonna be asking you out on a date soon. I don't know. Could be a date at a graveyard. I don't know. But I get so what's kind of funny too is with this date, like I feel like it's gonna be a strange date. Like this person, like I think this person knows you're weird, and so they're gonna like come in and be like, "Hey, so can I take you to like a theme park? But specifically, I want to go see this specific roller coaster because for some reason I saw on your Instagram that you like." Okay, this is a really weird example, but like Patrick Star from SpongeBob, I don't know. It's kind of like they found this one specific thing on your social media, and so they're like, "All right, this is what they must like." So I'm gonna ask them out around that, but they're not gonna tell you that that's how they came to that conclusion. So you're gonna go, "Oh, okay, this guy likes SpongeBob. I mean, okay, no judgment here. Let's go." And then you show up to Universal Studios, and then you're like, he's like, why don't you like Patrick Star? And you're like, because I mean, SpongeBob's okay, but like, I wasn't anticipating our first date being like that. And then they'd be like, oh. Damn, this is a specific. Okay, anyways, back to hyping you guys up. I know you're not wanting a romance reading, but like it's kind of part of your reading too. Just giving you guys some hope and some positive energy because it's like again, I get it, and like again, you can choose whether you're open to this or not, but please don't abandon yourself, you know, because this is a safe experience, okay? And it's like it's okay to welcome in safe loving experiences that are going to help you heal. You know, I think the message here is that you will heal from this wound inside of your heart in its own shape or form. And like again, maybe the date is also a friendship date. You know, maybe you guys go on a couple dates and realize, I can't marry this person or I don't want to date them. And then you become friends and then you love them even more. You never know how this stuff is going to go. Like, don't tell a story, just kind of let it happen. And I feel like somebody's praying for you too, so take what resonates. All right, we've got girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm. Yeah, so you guys, you're really sensitive to, like, you're so like in tune and aware of narcissism and empaths and all this other stuff that it's kind of like you sometimes get confused. And so spirit's just kind of reassuring you that yeah, you're going to encounter a lot of snakes. The destination in your upcoming journey, but you've also encountered a lot of them in your past and you didn't realize it and you were kept safe. And so this is kind of just confirmation from the universe that now that you're more aware of the snakes, you're not encountering more, you're just more aware of what was already there. And again, the emphasis is on spirit protected you then. Now, spirit is going to do the same level of protection, but you're going to do the protection now. You're going to be the one making the choices and handling it, so then when you start leveling up and healing and growing and coming into your beautiful self of full acceptance, you're going to feel so much more empowered rather than being like, oh, okay, I'm going to pray for protection. It's like, well, yeah, but like after a certain point, like if you keep showing up to the well and there's poison in it, like yeah, drinking the poison's going to kill you, you know? So they're trying to say, hey, we showed up when you needed us, but you're going to be doing the work now, and it's going to be okay, you know, but just there's going to be a little trial period where you're not going to know the difference, and it's okay. We're still guiding you through that too. You know, there's just like a lot of reassurance and patting you from the universe being like, it's okay. We all got our demons. It's like no judgment here. You've got your own snakes, but like this isn't the same. And you are, and once again, to reiterate to the 1000th time, you are not like them. You are not like that narcissist that hurt you. You are not like that asshole who doesn't care. You would not be a social justice person if you were them, okay? Like, I'm sorry, there's just like a lot of self-doubt in this group where it's kind of like, because I have this shadow self that's like the sharpening the scythe, energy, and it's like, guys, you're not the same. There's a difference, okay? And like, you don't need to make yourself a messiah, of course. You know, that's where you get into that shadow stuff, but like at the end of the day, you're not like them. They not like us. Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Yeah. Honestly, guys, I think you need to just put some sunglasses on and chill out. Rest your eyes a bit. Stop looking at what's going on in the world for a brief moment. Give your eyes a rest and just kind of vibe. You know, smoke and do whatever. Do some chilling. You've got clock, need time, takes time, cycles, time to heal, progress. Yeah, it's going to take some time, you know, for you to get to where you need to go. And this is just kind of spirit reassuring you to be like, hey, slow progress is still progress. You know, just got to keep moving and you'll be okay. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving. Yeah, you're gonna get through this, guys. You're gonna get through it. Like, just don't make being heartbroken your personality because you've been hurt, but look at all the things that you've gone through and done since. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be as strong as you are if that was all you were made of, you know, and made for. You know, you weren't made for heartbreak. You were just put in that place. And it's your time's up. Jailbreak, baby. All right, wrapping up with some last cards. We've got flute, disappointed, disappointment in a friend or a lover. Yeah, I feel like you guys got really hurt in the past by a boyfriend, a girlfriend. And with flute, for some reason, I'm hearing like the Pied Piper. So, like, you know, if you know the old German tale, it's like about using his flute to lure in the rats and making them drown, and then when he didn't get paid, he took away everyone's children. And so I feel like you fell for the flute of somebody that was just reeling you in, and you got hurt really bad. And Spirit's just trying to let you know that that cycle's over for you. That's in the past. Okay, you've got a scythe now. It's okay to put it down again. Okay, like, because you've learned and you've grown. The lessons are over, so now you just gotta shift into that new frequency. We've got axe. All these weapons, guys. Forces working against you. Yeah. That's the truth. And you're gonna be up against some stuff that's gonna be hard to see. And, you know, I'm seeing like with blood and stuff. Yeah, you're probably gonna witness some violence on TV, maybe in your communities, maybe amongst people you care about. And maybe people will threaten you personally. But again, it's kind of like, for some reason I'm hearing the analogy of like it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And I think you have like a warrior garden vibe where it's like you can be both. You're kind of like, why can't I be a gardener and a warrior at the same time? Isn't that what we're supposed to be? Duh. Yeah, wow. You guys are very sassy. I love it. I love you guys so much. Camel, persevere, and you will overcome problems. Chair filled, someone new is entering your life. What I say? This isn't just about like a lover though. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be also making some new friends that have much higher standards than what you're used to. And so you're not going to be over explaining yourself anymore. You're not going to be sitting there being like, hey, I have to explain to you that dropping this random racist thing is not okay. You know what I mean? Like, like there's just some bullshit that you guys used to put up with, and now it's like, no. I don't know, maybe it's like, you know, people not respecting your gender identity, or not respecting your name, or whatever. It's kind of like you're gonna start surrounding yourself with non-toxic people, and the toxic people are just gonna be, they're gonna enter your life, and then they're gonna take a quick exit. You know, and you're really not going to know who these people are at first, but I think with this like snake relationship, you already know what you're going to need to do to remove those people. You know, because this is kind of a warning for some of you guys, but like just be very careful, especially if you're like a more popular person, if you have wealth or attractiveness or any of the combination of those things. There are going to be people that are really good at trying to pretend to be your friend, and then they're going to come in and try to take something away from you. whether it be your time and energy. I think that's going to be the biggest one, because even though you are protected, some of these people, like, I'm literally seeing people intentionally trying to be your friend so they can take information from you about your personal life and give them back to either politicians or like other people. Again, because especially like, if you're like non-binary, trans, any of that stuff, I'm definitely seeing some of that red scare energy a little bit, where it's just like, dude, like, what do you think this is? You know what I mean? Like, no, there's no kids being diddled. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like stupid shit like that, where you just need to own who you are, own it when you make a mistake, because there's just people out there that are going to try turning things against you, and then you're going to get all sad and depressed again. And it's like, no, I'm not giving power to people that do not understand me. Okay. Rat, someone working against behind your back. Yeah. Jeez. You guys, you're gonna be up against some people, but that's like super awesome. I'm sorry. I mean, like, I really hope I'm not intimidating you guys, but I'm also kind of like, this is kind of cool. Like, you guys are like badasses, because you're sitting there and being like, I will bring out the scythe, and you're like, no, actually, no. I think you're gonna reach a point where you're like, yeah, I don't have to bring out the scythe, because you're just gonna weed yourself out. You know what I mean? Like, let the rats take themselves out. Like, take the flute and take the rats away. My flute, get away. Key, successful outcome to your problems. Yeah, so even though you've got all these things going against you, it's kind of like, not that you stop noticing them, but you kind of just start trusting that you're like, yeah, I already know God's gonna clear this out. We've got fair man. Ooh, dealings a relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Interesting. Okay, that might be a sign for somebody. Anyways, though, group number 2, I know that was a long reading, but I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If you like this reading and you would like to book a personal with me, feel free to check out the links in the description below. And send me a message on my social medias. We've got Instagram right now and Facebook, I believe. And also my website. Anyways, though, sending you guys a lot of love. You guys are doing great, and don't lose hope in your situation, because even though, yes, I do feel a heaviness with this group, you guys are going to be okay. And what the work you're doing, even though it's very emotional and kind of draining, you're also so driven and so smart, so creative and beautiful. Whoever you are out there, I'm just saying I appreciate the work that you're doing, both quietly, loudly, and everything in between. And, yeah, I'm just cheering you guys on. So, anyways, I will see you all next time. Take care. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 3 with the mask. Guitar pick. Here, one sec. I need to look up the band that this came from. Okay, guys, so I forget the name of the band that this came from. I'm so sorry. Once again, I'm screwing this up. I think it's From Ashes to New, but basically the guy was wearing a mask that looked like this, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, maybe you guys are into rock music, heavy metal, or just alternative rock music. Maybe you guys make music. I definitely get a vibe that if you're not a musician, you're really into musicians. Maybe that's kind of your thing. You're kind of like, ooh, I like that guy pouring his heart out on stage. I like the sweat. I like the muscles. I like the I like the action going on here. Yeah, there's definitely like a heavy like fangirl energy, fanboy energy. Anyways, today we're going to get messages from Spirit to hype you up and just channel some good vibes for you guys, and also some lovely messages from me. Yeah, I feel like, kind of playing off of this fangirl energy, I feel like one of the really cool things about you guys is you know how to hype somebody else up. Like, and maybe you don't get other people hyping you up, and that's why you're here. Obviously you're here to support me, but like this group definitely I'm like, oh my gosh, like you guys make people feel like rock stars. You guys make people feel invincible, so special, and it's like you don't even do big things. I mean, some of you guys do for friends. Some of you guys are like, man, I'm gonna plan a trip for somebody, I'm gonna pay for something, I'm gonna buy them a meal or whatever. And then others of you, it's like even just like checking in and saying, hey, how are you doing? They're like, oh my god, group three reached out to me. They're asking how I'm doing. What? Like, there's just some kind of like an energy about you guys that maybe you're like, I'm just like a person. I'm not that special. I just really like to check in on my friends. It's like you guys have such like a warm personality that makes people feel comfortable. And maybe sometimes you're like, I mean, I guess Chris, but I think a lot of the times it's just so underappreciated in today's society, and like people just love you for it. They love you for you. Like it's the fact that other people, they're so critical about things about themselves. You know what I mean? Versus you guys, group number three, you come in and you're just like 110% you, real, authentic, Rami, this is who I am, take it or leave it. And you make other people feel comfortable doing the same. Like, even if this person, no offense, y'all. I feel like I'm channeling some of my friends, but I'm like, literally, like, you guys make rock stars feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, you're the type of audience or people that make people want to go out there and sing their heart out, like, or go out and do their passion projects. Oh, I'm so grateful that you guys are watching me today and watching this pile, because I'm like, you guys are the kind of energy that makes both myself and other people want to continue to do what they're doing. Because even though I don't know which one of you is choosing this pile or this path, but like, it's kind of like you have your own rock star energy to you that you don't even acknowledge. And I think it's kind of like a weird misnomer that, like, for example, if you've got like a famous person, right? Maybe you're an actor. Maybe you guys act or you love theater, but it's kind of like that actor out there is like, yeah, of course they're attractive and they're funny and they're charming and blah, 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 blah. But like, it gets isolating after a while. And that actor or actress is gonna hop off stage and kind of talk to you, group three, and suddenly they light up, and they light up seeing you coming back week after week, or them showing up and being like, oh my gosh, I bought your shirt and I was telling my friends about how this funny joke you made and blah blah blah. And it's like, I feel like sometimes professional people have to like really stick to their close to their boundaries with you, because they forget that, like, okay, this person's not my friend. And so what you don't recognize about yourself, group number three, is you also have your own charm of disarming people. And it's kind of powerful because you're disarming the people that are the quote unquote professionals at this. Like, I feel like, like you come in a room and there's Mr. Hotshot over there and you're getting him to stumble over his words because you're just like, oh my gosh, like I love your hair. Oh my gosh, like, or wow, like, if you painted your nails this color, that would really match your eyes. Or like, you'd say something that like, they wouldn't, like, they never know what you're gonna say or do, and they love you even more for it. Because it's so authentic and it's very kind. And as I said, like, both like the people in your personal lives, like your families adore you so much. Like, you guys, like, you've got like some of the best friends ever. And yeah, you guys are just so special. And I think it's like, I don't know, there's just something about society that it's like, you don't let other people's bullshit get you down. All right, this one's like a surprise. Okay, I don't know why, but I was like, that's that part of it? Yeah, okay. But it's like, that's like such a powerful message, because, I don't know, maybe some of the times you guys are like hard on yourselves about little insecurities, but like you really don't let it keep you down for too long, because you're like, well, okay, yeah, maybe I was offended by seeing that one thing on TV, but like, it doesn't matter. Time to go hang out with my friend. Like, you guys, like, I think the best way to describe you guys is you're so present and in the moment, and there's so many people jealous of that skill. Like, it's a skill, especially like, for example, if someone's like dealing with anxiety and they're stressed out and they're like, I can't just get out of my brain, and you guys just walk in and you make it so easy. You're a pile that I'm jealous of, because it's like your brain just knows how to like compartmentalize and just put that stuff away. and be like, okay, right now I'm hanging with my friends. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here just like breathing out of a paper bag. So I just want to say you guys have such positive vibes, and I appreciate you so much. And like, don't take for granted. I feel like you don't, but it's like I just want to acknowledge that like what you guys have is special and it's unique to you guys, and it's just so loved and appreciated by the people around you. And by the universe. The universe is like, listen, we made you this way to go do exactly what you're doing right now. And you're like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. Like I said, it's like, I want a fangirl. Like, I sit here and be like, oh, these people have come. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm just like grinning from ear to ear. So maybe you guys have like really interesting inside jokes, or like, you guys always have like the inside scoop on the right kind of tea. You know what I mean? It's because it's like you guys aren't really gossipy or anything like that. I just feel like you guys kind of are like, hey, you want to know the best ice cream shop in town? I'm gonna hook you up, but don't tell anybody. Because there's a specific guy who works there. His name is Joe, and I know exactly how to talk to Joe to get him to give me the right ice cream. But shh, don't tell anybody that I told you about Joe. Just say, hey, I'm friends with so-and-so. And then that's all you gotta say, and he's gonna hook you up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so, like, silly little things. Like, it's like weird conspiracy theories, but they're not actual conspiracy theories. It's like so like wholesome and sweet and sometimes horny, or like sometimes it's like it's always got like this element of like, could it go this way or could it go this way? And I don't, like I said, I'm like smiling. This is bringing back like both memories, but also it's like kind of like a childlike energy where I think the universe is complimenting on your balance between I can be an adult person, but still have the childlike wonder of everyday living. And that is just such a skill that I'm personally jealous of, but it's just also such a cool thing to see and witness. You know, like there's so many adults that they get older and they kind of lose that, you know, and or they sit there and they judge it, or they're like, oh, blah 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 blah, and you guys are like, I don't have time for that. I'm too busy having a good time, and that's exactly what Spirit is saying. Is just continue to go out there and have fun. Like, it's kind of funny because it's like I feel like sometimes you guys stress out, and be like, well, what if I don't have this, or maybe I shouldn't have done that. But like the universe is really careful about what it sends you. You know, so it's like if you guys either stress out about worries or about money sometimes, there's a lot of like worrying where the universe is like, nah, I got you. Like, you want to go to the thing? No. Here. Have this. Go have fun. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you guys have a really great network of friends and people and a lot of potential too. Like, I feel like sometimes you guys can sometimes be a little bit bigger than who you are, actually. That's kind of a specific message, but it's almost kind of like being like, hey, like, it's okay to ask for more from the universe. Maybe not necessarily from like a specific person, but I think it's entirely appropriate to say like, hey, like, go big or go home, because the universe loves you guys. Yeah, like, it's okay. Like, if you want to go be a fangirl, go do what you got to do. You know what I mean? And it's almost kind of like you do so effortlessly. It's like they're kind of like Spirit's trying to like give me the right message, because it's almost like they're saying like, don't stress about it. You don't have to try. It's just going to be given to you. It's like kind of like anticipated and expected, because there's something about your presence, your ability to bring and spark joy in others, that naturally other people are like, all right, we're going to take care of this person, because as long as group number 3 is there, and their friends are there, or their family's there. Like, also too, I think you guys have some really great family members. So like, maybe, for example, you go to a family event and you're like the fun aunt, or like you're like the family that like can bring in other people, but everyone's like, oh no, when this family comes into town, like, you know, the whole bar is like, oh, we're round of drinks because so and so treated my father really great back in the day. Like, you guys have like legacy to you too. That's really cool. And you might not even know it, but you guys got reputations. Like, word gets around about y'all. They don't want to be your friend, you know, but you don't always want to be friends with them. It's kind of like you guys have like a natural system of weeding people out that you're not supposed to be around. And you don't even do it intentionally. It's kind of just like a, okay. And then you like go back on your adventure. Oh, this energy's so cute. I know you want to know about the surprise cards, but I gotta get through these other one first because I want it to be a surprise. Gotta build the tension. Just gotta like, okay. Anyways, oh, my god, someone's laughing at me from the universe. All right. Anyways, we've got Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yeah, I feel like people underestimate you guys. Like, it's kind of like I feel like when you guys show up because you're so, again, I use childlike in the sense that you're just having fun naturally. It's like you're not children, you're just full of bright energy. And then like other people's toxicity comes in, and then you're just kind of like, okay, but I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? You're like able to pick that stuff up right away, and you're just kind of like, and eject. Nope, I don't like that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I love it because it's almost like if you guys wanted to, you could stop a whole show. Like I see you guys like if you, so for example, if you work in a company and like you're just your bright bubbly self and you're working for a company that there's like corruption and management or whatever, and you're just like, man, I'm here to do my job, whatever. And then all of a sudden like the boss comes in and tries to mess with you and you're like, okay, I quit. And then you just like leave that day and everyone's like surprised Pikachu face, like, oh my god, like that person quit. Then suddenly like all the coworkers that liked you said, yeah, I'm gonna quit too. I don't like this shit anymore. Like pile 3 made it fun, so I'm gonna leave. And then all of a sudden the boss is watching like 3, 4, or 5 people walk out on the job and then they're really panicking. Like you guys got that level of energy, right? Where it's kind of like, all right, so-and-so left. It's time to leave. That's why I think both famous people, powerful people, manager people, they're always going to want to keep you around and keep you happy. I'm just saying. And like obviously you guys aren't the energy to take advantage of that. It's just kind of like, I think like kind of own what you provide, because it's just going to bring you more, just keep staying authentically yourselves. And I don't know, I feel like there's kind of like this in my heart space, it's like it's almost like a weird resentment where maybe you guys got to be careful of other people. Like it's almost like I see pick-me's or people that are like, oh my gosh, like what does group number 3 have that I don't? And I'm just seeing a little bit of mean girl energy where it's like, why does group 3 always get this person's attention? Or like again, if you're personally friends with a famous person, or maybe you are maybe not even a famous person, just someone who commands authority, or they're a leader in some way, and some pick-me person, because this could be a guy too, because some of y'all in group number 3 are not aware that there are men that are more jealous than the women around you, okay? Like this is, oh gosh, there's some tea here. Okay, I'm sorry, I haven't even pulled out the cards, but I'm like, there's so much tea here. Like, because like literally like there's dudes that are sitting here like, why does group 3 get special treatment when I've done all this work and blah, blah, blah? And it's like, well, I'm sorry. You don't have the energy. You're not bringing the vibes. And if you're not bringing the vibes, then stay over there. Like, why can't you just come have fun with us? No, you gotta be that saucy whatever over there. Like, deal with it. Go deal with your feelings. Ah! Yeah, you really know how to, like, raise and lower the temperature in the room. And I think that's why these types of powerful people like having you around, because you really know you're like a gauge that they use for determining who they really are, especially when you're dealing with all these other people. And it's almost like there's like a sensitivity to these people that they really resonate with you guys on, and you kind of keep them human. There's just like so much love. It's almost like I see like these people that are like powerful where they're so used to being like stone faced. Like I don't know if you guys maybe have military family members that they're used to just like you're never smiling, and then like when they come home for the family reunion or to an event or something, when they finally break down and laugh at some of the dumb things you're saying, or like maybe you make a joke, they just like they just like break down laughing, or like maybe they can't contain it, or it's like they're laughing so hard on the inside and you're sitting there going, oh god, did I piss that person off? Oh shit. And it's like they were trying so hard not to laugh. Some of you guys, you just get really anxious in your heart space. And I'm like, guys, like, no, they really do like you. They think you're hilarious. It's so cute. It's like a weird like it's not like a crush, but it's kind of just like an energy of just like thank you for existing. Thank you for giving me a break from all this serious bullshit, and thank you for seeing me as a human being instead of like a tyrant or a famous person or a I don't know. It's like there's a variety of different energies of who these people are, or maybe like there's like a misunderstood person. We could say that too. Maybe like there's an unpopular person. Like you guys, you meld well with everybody. So yeah, take what resonates. Okay, you don't mold well with everybody. You don't mold well with bitches. Okay, we'll just put that in there. Okay, we got horseshoe. Good luck. Yeah, you guys, you're so lucky. Like you guys, you're like the kind of folks that you get into a car accident. You're like, man, this really sucks, and then all of a sudden, like the person that shows up to rescue you is like a hot guy or like somebody who's like really really good with cars, and so he's like, oh, actually, like the whole reason you got in this car wreck was because this needs fixed and this needs fixed, and then suddenly he's like fixing your whole car, and you only had one problem before, or you only had one problem that you thought was the issue, and then he came in and fixed everything and stuff you didn't even know was a problem. Like that's the kind of good luck you guys have. And shows how much the universe loves you. Accept it. Lobster, financial pinch. I don't know why I was thinking about Red Lobster. Yeah, it's like some of you guys, like, it's okay to spoil yourself a little bit. Even though I know, like, maybe the financial pinch, sometimes maybe you have to find a little bit better balance with your money, but, like, to me, like, I'm just seeing Red Lobster. I don't know if this is, like, going on a date to Red Lobster. I don't know. It was really specific, but I'm like, I keep feeling like, take me out on a date in a movie. Like, it's okay to ask for a date to Red Lobster. Be like, show me. Show me what you got. I know who I'm rolling with. And it's okay to own that energy too, okay? Mice, discord amongst friends and family. Yeah, so maybe there is a little bit of controversy. Maybe people judge your lifestyle, maybe people don't understand, or maybe you're just like growing out of certain friendships with certain people. This is kind of just like acknowledging from the universe to say, hey, you don't need to be harsh on yourself or other people. Just kind of understand that there's a lot of changes going on. And like, just because you might not understand something and about what someone's going through, it's okay to just like give it some time and some distance, okay? Like, I feel like you guys are really good at planning, preparing things, but there's someone either in your circle that's going through something right now that you don't know what's happening, or you don't acknowledge what's happening, or there's like some kind of like take what resonates, because like some of you guys are in like different friend groups, and so like I think just like you reevaluating who's part of your circle and who's not, but like just because someone's not in that inner circle doesn't mean they're not your friend. You know what I mean? It's kind of like just let kind of things settle, and then you're gonna really see who your friends are. Because some of you guys, like I said, with that whole like mean girl energy and people being jealous, like I think the real jealous people are gonna expose themselves to you very quickly, versus the other people are gonna be like, yeah, I was just going through some really deep dark stuff. Or some of your friends are like in financial situations, and again, take what resonates, but there's like, I think you're just gonna need to trust that it's gonna sort itself out. And these people are gonna sort themselves out because they're gonna leave. Because after a while you're too authentic and too bright, and the shiny people want to be around you. Alright, so we've got target, a goal-oriented person. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason, this is kind of funny about you guys, group number 3, but like you guys attract like really disciplined people. Again, like I don't know if it's like a feminine versus masculine energy type deal, where it's like you guys are very feminine and authentic and real, so you attract like really smart, really rigid guys, or guys that are disciplined, or guys that are just like, maybe they're in their head a lot. And so it's so funny because it's almost like you guys are the exact opposite, where you don't plan things, but you're bubbly, but like you guys have your own fashion sense. It's kind of funny because it's like some of you guys might not think you're fashionable, but it's like literally down to the aesthetics. It's like a guy, again, assuming you're a feminine type person, or you don't have to be, but like your style group number 3, a person that is kind of the opposite energy of you looks at it and goes like, oh my gosh, I never would have picked that purse design because I don't know how this thing works, but then you're wearing it and it looks so cute on you. Like, it's almost like there's something about y'all's vibe where maybe this person's like, oh, I hate this certain type of clothing style. They see group 3 wearing it. Okay, I'm in love with it. But just on you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you like mess these guys up and it's so funny. Again, take what resonates. It feels like it's masculine versus feminine energy, but it can also be reversed. Maybe you're the guy who, like, girls normally are like, man, I want like a masculine man and da 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 da. And then like you're a man and you walk up wearing an outfit that is not traditionally masculine, and all of a sudden all the girl, you're just like, oh, I actually didn't think I was into that, but now I'm into it even more. You know, I'm seeing like dudes in kilts or dresses or like specifically just stuff, or like maybe even like men's makeup, you know, or different things that like at first you would have been like, I don't know about that. And then suddenly the girls were like, but then group 3 came in and I went, oh, actually, I really do like that. Yeah, you guys, you change people's opinions, okay? And you're not owning it, but I'm just like, I'm telling you, like, you're the real deal, group 3. We've got August, so maybe August time is significant in the future coming up. Oh, man, I feel like I could talk to you guys for hours. I think that's another thing that the universe is like, you guys have stories for days. People just want to talk about you, talk with you, talk to you. Like I said, like, I feel like you guys are popular, but like not in the ways the movies portray popularity. It's like, you guys are just popular because you're awesome. Like, end point. You know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like I said, I feel like people just want to spoil you. It's so funny. I love it. Okay, we've got Shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Yeah, so Spirit's just kind of saying like, hey guys, you know, hyping you up. Just make sure that you are disciplined, right? Just kind of like find that balance. And, you know, maybe talk to one of these people that you're talking to all the time. Maybe there's a guy in your life or a gal, whoever, someone who's very like more grounded in their financial situation, or maybe they just have like the opposite energy of you. Like maybe if you have trouble focusing, you know, go get that friend to say, hey, sit with me while I do the thing. Or like sit with me and talk through, how do I make a budget? How do I do these things? And this person will help you. You know, I think you can also have multiple resources to help like kind of ground your energy, and so that way you can be even more in control, so that way you don't have to worry. Because it's like there's trusting in the universe, but then there's also just being like, all right, let's sit and come up with a strategy. You know, do it with your friends, do it with your parents, do it with your family, do it by yourself. But I think like including other people will help you feel better. I think, because it's like, I don't know, maybe for this group, you guys aren't as upfront about your financial situation because you're like, actually, you know, da 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 da, but I don't want my friends feeling this way. And like Spirit's kind of being like, group 3, you're all doing the same thing, so work on it together. You know, maybe you guys could like make a budget together of like a pool of money for supporting everybody, or like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are so creative and abundant that it's kind of like, I think because you guys are community creators, you have a lot better options for helping yourself than you realize. You just got to get creative with it and stay focused on making sure that you're not deviating from the purpose of what the universe is trying to bless you with, if that makes any sense. It's almost like there's a lot of ideas here where it's like, ooh, but Spirit's like being like, okay, it's like, yes, we want to bless you. Yes, we want to do these things, but also like make sure that you know when to rein it in too. You know, like have balance. We still have the special surprise. Special surprise. Sorry, this reading's a little bit long, but you guys are getting all the tea. So I hope you don't mind. Pause the video if you need to. But okay, so we're gonna get through the rest of the cards. We've got, they're acting this way to fit in. Yeah, like, you guys don't need to do that. I think that's what's so unique about you, is there are a lot of other people that are like faking and pretending. Meanwhile, you just don't care. And so then people, okay, this is very specific for some of you guys, but some of you, like, because you're so raw and real with who you are, you attract other authentic people, right? So when people see you being successful, just being abundant, having people take care of you and love on you, other people are going to get jealous of this. Yeah, again, like there's a lot of this like resentment energy that's building up from other people around you, maybe in your families or whatever. I'm sorry, but like what they're going to try doing is they're going to try acting like you to fit in to you because they want to be a part of what you're building, and you're going to sniff it out right away. You're going to be like, it's almost like you're sitting there hanging out with a friend of yours and you're all having a good time, and then all of a sudden they say something it's like a Freudian slip, and you're kind of like, why did they say that? Why did they do that? Oh. And then like you start like putting the pieces together, and then you're kind of like, oh, they're trying to like pretend to be like us because they want what we have access to. No. No, no, no. Gross. Get out. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you guys are going to be able to weed this stuff out, group number 3, because I feel like, and this isn't just about like you and your friendships, this is also in your personal life, because like some people are going to try to be friends with just you first and then try to weasel their way into your friend group or your family. Also be wary of dating partners for some of you. That's more so for the men though, I think, in this pile than the girls, but like definitely like you're gonna be encountering some people that act this way to fit in, and just understand that, you know, the trash is gonna take itself out. In that way, you know, you just gotta trust in your own intuition. Like if you're feeling something's off with somebody, it's okay to say no thank you. It doesn't matter how long you've known them. Like having access to abundance and things, you're gonna need some protection, honestly. Just a little bit, just because some of these people are trying to take that away from you when that's something that you deserve, you know? Sorry. Okay, go hug a tree or something. Yeah, maybe do some of y'all do that? I don't know, maybe it's a good luck charm. What we see here is a heaping pile of bullshit, and fuck this. Yep, that's y'all's energy. Play is okay too. Yep. More confirmation. I will not compromise on this. Yeah, you know what I mean? You guys stick to your truth. You stick to your guns. And Spirit's really proud of you guys for that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when people come in and trying to, like, talk shit about somebody or something that you are really passionate about, you're like, nope. You can't judge me for that. You judge me over here? Goodbye. I'm so proud of you guys. Especially because, like, some of you guys have come such a long way, and now you're so confident in yourselves, and, like, you've got better boundaries now. I'm so proud of you. I forgot who I used to be. Yeah, in, like, that card, it's almost positive in the sense that, like, yeah, maybe you are doing things now that you wouldn't have ever done in the past, and now you're, like, normally that card is like kind of the depressing, like, man, I went down this bad path, and instead this is like different. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot I used to be insecure about this thing. Well, I can't be insecure because I'm gonna go hang out with my friends that are doing all this cool stuff. Or like, I'm not insecure about doing this thing personally for myself anymore. Like maybe you guys do photo shoots privately, or maybe you do things for you now that you don't have to share with your friends anymore. You're kind of just like, oh yeah, like maybe I want to get into music and writing my thoughts and feelings down. And maybe you want to get back into writing because you're like, oh yeah, I saw my friend did this thing or posted poetry. And yeah, I love it. Maybe I should too, you know? I just love the community energy here. Okay. I wasn't raised knowing how to handle this. Yeah, I think like some of you guys gotta acknowledge that like there's a difference between the people who don't have boundaries and weren't raised having what you guys have or having access to what you guys have, and then there's the people that are like actively trying to harm you. And I think like you guys are going to be, as you go through like this discernment, you're going to know how much you can handle, what's right for you and what's not right for you, and kind of being like, oh, that person just didn't have access to resources growing up or something like that. And then like when that person, if you're like, hey, actually you shouldn't talk to that person that way, and then they go, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and then they actually change. I think that's gonna like give you guys some more reassurance that you do have the right people in your circle. I think you guys are pretty understanding in general, but I think this is just like kind of a warning from spirit that like if you've been encountering some of those weird shadiness, like the right people are also going to show you the right red flags too. Like for example, if you like have a conflict with them, they're not going to scream or they're not going to do weird I don't know, some of y'all have dealt with some weird people. I don't yeah, they're not going to do this if you have an issue with them. But also you have a right to say, I don't feel like it. I don't vibe with them anymore. Sorry. If you're friends with so and so and I don't want to be friends with that person, then okay. No one here is gonna get mad at you. Anybody who cares about you is not gonna get mad about that. That is perfectly okay. You're people. Like people have conflicts with other people. If I wanted to make it happen, I would have done it by now. Yeah, you guys have learned that lesson. You know now. Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. Like now you know who's gonna show up for you when shit goes down, right? And like not every friendship's the same, but like there's like some people you're waiting on to get their shit together and it's not gonna happen. And like I think now you've been on this journey where it's kind of like, yeah, there's the people that are getting out of their situation and the people that aren't. And the people that love you and cherish you are gonna do whatever they need to do to make themselves known to you. You know? Yeah, I think like some of you guys, you're gonna be having some hard conversations with people and be like, yeah, this relationship's over. This break is over. I'm really done. And that's gonna be hard because some of you guys, like, you've been friends with some people for years and you have really great memories and whatnot, but like, don't take it personally because if this is for you, and if that person really cares about you, like, they cherish you and cherish those memories and they're not gonna have hard feelings against you if you have to break something off with somebody. And then obviously, like, don't give a shit about the people that are, like, hard. But it's like, I feel like because you guys are raising your standards and healing from things, you know what you like and you know what you don't like. And you're saying that, with your chest now. I'm so proud of you guys! Do some financial investments. Yep, you guys are gonna start doing that. We've got, shit girl, go get some therapy. Yo! That's so funny. I mean, this tarot reading is basically therapy. Listen, if you need some therapy, that's okay. Like, and that's another thing too. Like, side note, guys. Like, oh man, this reading is taking too long. But like, seriously though, like sometimes like you can get traumatized by friends and friendships. Sometimes even more than like a dating partner. And if you've gone through like some friendship trauma, like it's okay to talk to somebody about that too. Yeah, I was gonna say like it's totally okay to take a time out and kind of be like, whoa, like what's actually going on here? Because like some of these friendships that I'm having with people, like why am I putting up with that? Because it's almost like sometimes we have like different boundaries for like a dating partner versus a friend. And maybe some of y'all have higher standards up for your dating partner and then less standards for your friends. And then you're kind of noticing some weirdness back and forth. I don't know, take what resonates. Because some of you guys, like, you let some people or some friendships like take so much advantage of you, and I'd probably be there. Like if I heard some of the stories that some of y'all, I'd be like slapping them. I'd be like, no, you don't treat my friends that way. You don't treat my audience that way. You don't treat group 3 that way. Whoever you are in group 3, there's a mixed bag of y'all, but I'm literally like schlepping some people on your behalf. If someone else did it, would you still allow it? Yep. Yep, you're telling the hard truth, group number 3. This person, wow, Percy? Maybe that's a name some of y'all need, Percy Jackson. This person is healthy and safe to discuss this with. Yeah, so some of you guys, like, I don't know, some of you guys are maybe afraid of confrontation, or you're afraid to talk to people, and it's like, it's okay to, like, tell people that either you're done with a friendship or you're done with a certain kind of conversation. Maybe there's like, it stresses you out to hear about certain topics, like either social topics or like whatever. Like, it's okay. Like, just say it because this person loves you. You know, like it's okay. It's okay to have hard conversations with people because people that love you want to have hard conversations, so the friendship is maintained, as opposed to like you don't also want a relationship with someone where you don't feel like you can't express yourself authentically, you know, in your feelings and emotions anyway. So it's like I don't know. I think you once you heal that, it's going to get a lot easier to like communicate your thoughts and feelings and realize, "Oh, it's just so and so." Yeah, no, maybe they were having a bad day or maybe whatever. You know what I mean? Like the communication will start improving and then you're not going to be as afraid about speaking up if you need something because like your needs are valid, you know? You're allowed to have needs. Don't dull your light for someone else. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, don't let these jealous people like don't dull your light because you're intimidated by other people around you, okay? Like don't some of y'all are so shy and I'm just like no, go out there, be free, let the world see you. Um some of you don't care, but some of you do. Let's find a secret place. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know what that means. Let's find a secret place. Yeah, we've got that adventurous energy. Listen to your intuition, it knows the way. Write a song about it. Yeah, some of you guys, you've got some songwriting talent in there. Go do it, even if it's just for you. You don't have to sing it for anybody else. But yeah, you can do it. I want you to speak your truth so I can escape judgment. Can I share your justice? Ooh. Ooh. Some of you guys, wow. Maybe this is a call from spirit to say, hey, like, even if you're kind of used to like keeping the vibes up, if you need to share your truth with somebody, go at it. You know, because it's almost like maybe some of you guys like maybe you were hurt in a social situation. Like maybe there was like a whole dichotomy with different people, and then you kind of got like pushed under the rug, or something you shared got leaked out, or like yeah, like I think there's kind of like I think this is just reassurance from spirit that like, you know, if somebody harmed you intentionally or unintentionally, like it's okay to talk to your friends about it. That's why they're your friends and they support you either way. Oh, like I want to cry. I'm like, oh, group hug. But it's like yeah, like I think like when you're around your authentic people and tribe, like it's okay to say like, "Hey, I was hurt in this way," and then let people kind of fix it, you know, because people want to include you. Um Yeah, I don't know. Some of you guys, maybe you're escaping from maybe you're escaping from family, maybe you're escaping from other people, and like, I don't know. I think it's like it's okay to have faith and trust. Excuses, excuses. um, yeah, I'm not even gonna elaborate. This reading's too long. I can't be with you. I'm not yours. Ooh, ooh, oh, yeah, yeah. There's stuff that's meant for you and not meant for others, and there's stuff that's meant for others that's not meant for you. Um, yeah, you know, don't get jealous and don't let other people get jealous of you. Everybody's got their own thing going, so I don't know. It's like the universe just has plans, such good plans for you guys. I gotta get high, yeah. Kind of avoid that energy. I feel like there's kind of like if there's like an addiction energy here or whatever, just be careful about protecting your mind space when around some of the other people. Some of you know this and some of you don't. Like, just protect your energy, okay? Especially if you're under a substance. You know what you gotta do, so do it already. I've said remember the love. Yeah, if you are having conflict with loved ones or a friend or your parents or somebody, just remember the love between you guys. It's there. Save up some money. Waiting is key right now. I don't know how to make myself accountable. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going. Your heart isn't wrong. I feel the same. Don't leave me. Oh! 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 Sending you guys all the love. I need to wrap this reading up, but I want to just keep talking to you guys. Okay. Don't listen to your anxiety. Oh, somebody loves you so much, and I feel like you, like, don't believe them. It's kind of sad. It's like, no, like, maybe this person's a bad communicator. Maybe this person doesn't know how to communicate feelings. Okay, talking about true feelings is hard, okay? Oh my gosh, okay. And you're like, get over it. And I'm like, this is so funny. I feel like you guys are sassing me through the screen. Okay, I will show you love so bright you'll forget everything else but love. I don't deserve you, but I'll learn to love me so I can. Yeah, some people don't feel like they deserve you. And you're like, what, my memes? And it's like, yeah, I don't deserve your memes. Because I'm unworthy. I'm damaged, okay? Oh my gosh, you guys got some dramatic friends or dramatic partners, exes, I don't know. How can I move on when my life is blue without you? Oh, some people are having a hard time moving on from you. Group number 3. You won't even know it. Oh, yeah, there's some people that miss you. They miss spending time with you. Please heal for me. I want us to be healthy and together. Aw, some people want to be with you, but they're just not capable right now. But they'll come back when they're ready. Okay, every time I lose a moment away from you, I lose another chance at life. Oh god. Oh god, that's so dramatic. Listen, I told you, people really like you. I'm all nervous. I want the world to see us together. Yeah. Yeah, oh, this is so sweet. Alright, now finally, at long last, we get to the surprise. We get to the surprise messages. Okay? So sorry this is so long, but you guys deserve an extra amazing special reading. Just as amazing as you guys are. Let's go ahead and see, drumroll, what surprise message the universe has for you guys. This was from my romance deck, so let's find out. Oh, okay. Maybe this is a message from like a passed on loved one, or maybe from someone who like really cares about you. We've got, I want to see you fly. I'll support you as you soar. And then, send me a sign, God. All I do is pray for you. Yeah. I don't know why, but like, I'm just hearing like, take a chance. Take a risk on me. You know? Like, there's something about like, there are people praying for you, group number 3. And that may seem a little weird, but it's kind of like you guys have such an authentic brightness and light that so many people need right now in their lives. And it's okay to be needed. But not needed for like in a transactional way, just needed to have like your presence there. Like you're the person that like, you don't have to be perfect for them. You can just show up and watch Netflix and you sit and ugly cry at the movie you're watching. And I don't know, people just want to be together with you. And if you're at your best or your worst or somewhere in between, that's all people want to do around you, is just have you around. So, oh, this is so cute. This is such a good reading. Okay, I don't know. It's like I feel sad because I'm like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the reading. I'm like, I just want to sit with y'all's energy a little bit longer. But I've taken up enough of your time. So anyways, thank you guys so much, pal number 3. You guys are the ones that I feel so much love and support from all the time on this channel. And I hope you feel extra loved and appreciated and massaged spiritually from me. If you're interested in booking a reading, feel free to check out the links in the description below. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Some great things are happening for y'all, so keep you posted on the stuff that's going on over here at mindovermania. I apologize for being a little bit vague with you guys about what's going on, but I promise that there's stuff in the works. There's definitely stuff in the works. It's just been slower going than I anticipated, so yeah. Alright, anyways though, I will keep you updated. I'll try to do a better job of that and reaching out. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye!